All right, here we are at Shobak Castle in the nation of Jordan near Petra. This is one of the castles that was built by the crusaders many centuries ago to control this area. You can see the two tunnels at the top there. They actually go all the way to the bottom of the mountain. We understand from our guide Ashraf it takes about an hour and a half to get to the bottom. But what impresses me about this castle is sort of reminds me of how criminals operate within their strongholds. They'll move into a territory, move into a community. They'll begin to rule through fear and intimidation. They establish a base of operations from which they can venture out into other areas around the territory, just like these crusaders did, in an effort to expand their control, to expand their territories. And it's kind of like being on a real battlefield. Imagine if we're on a battlefield somewhere and a mortar round comes lobbing in and boom, there's a big explosion. The typical law enforcement response is to rush over to the scene of that explosion, to whip out a mortar round explosion incident report form, and to begin to very carefully document the fact that an explosion has occurred here. We take detailed measurements, we take crime scene photos, we search for evidence, we take statements from any witnesses, and we provide a record of all the damage so the property owner can file a insurance report later on. And then all of a sudden, boom, there's another explosion. We rush over there to the scene of that crime. We whip out another mortar round explosion incident report form, and we carefully document the fact that an explosion has occurred there. And boom, there's another one over there. We rush over to that scene, and boom, there's another one, and another, and another. And we begin to measure the effectiveness of our response by how long it takes us to get there. The response time, how much sense does that make? If we're going to get serious about fighting crime in our communities, we've got to attack these strongholds. This is where the criminals are operating from. Three things allow them to exist: fear, apathy, and tolerance for crime. And the only way we can begin to tear down those building blocks of a criminal stronghold is by building trust-based relationships with the good citizens that live in that community. A coactive police response can attack these strongholds and demolish them so they don't have that influence throughout the rest of the